My name is Almira. I am from a hard-to-reach country in Central Asia. I always remember growing up just being really poor, not having much of anything. When I was really little, I was growing up with my grandmother. We lived in a really small 2-bedroom apartment, and she was my rock growing up, really. She did everything for me, everything that she could to make sure that I had the best life. And if she wasn't there, then it would have been like nobody else to take care of me. I was about 8, and the social workers at my school, they just saw that there was a problem. And one day they actually told me, guess what, we can take you to this place. It's called an orphanage, but it's okay, don't be too scared of it. So when I went to the orphanage, it was completely different from what they told me. And then my mother came to see me. And that's whenever she came to see me, and she for once didn't smell of alcohol. I thought she was a normal person. She told me oh, I gotta tell you about your grandmother. She passed away, and I wasn't able to go to the funeral or anything. They wouldn't allow me. Shortly after, the social worker pulled me off to the side, and she was like, your mother went to court, you had to take her to court. I was too young to go, but her parental rights were taken away, and I feel like that was the final blow to I guess I thought that was the end for me. I didn't specifically know who God was, or if he was really there, if he heard my prayers or not. But even in my little child's mind, I kind of knew that there's got to be somebody out there. I remember we were lined up, and that one day, I knew there was just something in the air, some buzzing, something was happening. We marched to the dining hall with the shoebox to just line up the walls. And then getting my shoebox, taking it back, then I opened my box, and it was magical, but just the smell, it smelled amazing, and everything was brand new in the box. And then at the very, very top was a really cute pink shirt. And not having new things or clothing that fit me exactly, putting that on and it fit, it was just it was super similar to this one. And I just remember it was covered with flowers. It was really blingy. I don't even think I washed it for a couple of weeks because I was afraid if I gave it to the laundry, I might never get it back because it made me feel like a princess. I know, just the joy from receiving that, it just made me realize there's still hope in the world. And then one day, the director pulled me aside and she told me, I'm gonna tell you something right now that will change your life forever. There's an American family that wants to adopt you. And I was about to turn 14 at that time. And then I found out that I was gonna have all these uncles and grandparents, and I was gonna have a sister, my sister Sarah. And I came to the States on June 1st, 2007. And I remember when we got home, walking outside on the street and just seeing those rows of houses that I've seen in a movie before. And it was just so amazing to me to be standing there. The whole experience, being adopted at such a late age, there is a plan. He still has a plan for my life. He brought me here for a reason. And this could be this reason. Sharing my story, receiving that gift. I truly believe, at the time I didn't know it, but now that I have the bigger picture, that God placed a shoebox in my hands when I needed it the most. If you're packing shoeboxes, just don't stop. You don't know who that shoebox is gonna go to, which child is gonna receive it.